Yeah, Miss Marvel counts the energy cost that's in the corner of the card when you put it into your deck, not the amount of energy that you pay for it when you put it into play. This Phoenix deck seemed really strong. Well, that's because it's not, but its stats don't seem good. That's because it's not. The Phoenix deck is wildly inconsistent and eats shit to a single tech card played in its general direction. It's a deck that looks super impressive on the really rare instance that you get to see it pop off. And even that last game, it had to involve me getting a 0 out of an expansion to beat us. But on average, its draws are very mediocre.
Aid my hand.
Do I snap them here? I have double Marvel into the right.
Oh, snap.
I'm avoiding Lechukagulya because Darkhawk Zombie beats Dark cards also. I'm just not playing into Lechukagulya because you don't want to play into it early because you want to draw actual cards out of your deck. Better to buy Howard the Duck or the Jane Foster Ultimate Variant? Asking the real questions. I feel like if you're considering either of those, you're probably a pretty big whale, so it doesn't matter. This hand needs one of our payoffs. Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Darkhawk. Probably a beep boop anyways. Definitely a beep boop. We snapped and then the turn automatically passed. We're gonna have so many She-Hulk gamers. Sunspot, but can't have it all, so. Top deck? What top deck? I have 4 Hulks. Look at how gorgeous our hand is. Great and gold. And then because this is one of the reasons why this deck's so good at farming AIs is that like they're winning going into the last turns. They typically stay. They typically stay and they typically snap. This is why this deck is really good for laddering. This is a common outcome. Ah, yes, the classic Iron Man double Widow's Bite Onslaught Citadel. Tried and true AI gaming. Close game, really. Yeah. Bots hate this one simple trick. Yep. Wasn't the Miss Marvel slot before her release in this deck? I don't remember, but this deck was much worse without Miss Marvel. It's far less consistent. Cause you'll hear me talk about like that last game, for example, where I was like, okay, I need to draw one of our 3 ways to put numbers into play. And without Miss Marvel, you just don't have a good way to consistently put numbers out. Like your draws without, if you don't have Miss Marvel, your draw without Darkhawk or She-Hulk is basically unplayable. Yes, I definitely played Chavez in this build for a little bit at least. That's obviously no longer an option.
Opponent snapped.
Thinking I'm staying. Like Goliath out of the game, I guess, but double Marvel middles, pretty strong finish here. Mr. Milky, thank you for the 3rd of a year. Welcome back. Appreciate it. The fact that just like playing 2 copies of Miss Marvel out of the last turn is 30 points of power is very, very solid. Right, into the 90s we go. Collect our gold. Is that a new emote? Yeah, we completed the Dan Hip album. Dr. Doom who, exactly. Yeah, honestly. Oh, they're also an AI. I think this hand's probably a snap into an actual human too. Someone else earlier was asking about, okay, what hands do you look for to snap with this deck, Jeff? You're talking about liking snapping aggressively early. Like I have a way to make Darkhawk bigger and 2 Darkhawks. And if I draw Moon Girl or She-Hulk, I'm also set up for that too. Alright, well, not a Miss Marvel game. Mr. Evolved, thank you for the primer, appreciate that. So the play here then is we go Darkhawk in the center into pass on 5 into She-Hulk, or into Mystique, She-Hulk, Korg on the last turn.
Wind, aid my hand.
Huh.
Opponent snapped.
Now I just do this, right? The Iceman didn't matter. It was the storm that changed my plan here. The storm meant if I wanted to play for here, I had to play on.
Victory.
On 5. It's the bot stream sniping. Always 100% of the time. Alright, chat. No more spending credits on this stream until the Nico Minaru spotlight drops, okay? You'd have enough credits in the bank to split her a whole bunch of times when she releases.
Snap.
These are just like the type of hands I like snapping early with this deck. Oh, do I want a double Korg? I'm not gonna commit to the double Korg just yet. I'm gonna double Sunspot though. Oh, super rewarded. What a skill-based Marvel Snap Gamer. When Titan means I could She-Hulk this turn. Oh, I don't know that I actually want to She-Hulk this turn. Okay, so they're Loki, so Shang-Chi and Rogue need to be on my radar. Did they really think that was a good play against my Sunspot deck? I'm very confused. And because we got the bonus, we even get priority here. Just this, right? How embarrassing. When your double Iron Man gets gas rolled.
Victory.
Yeah, I guess filling middle meant that they could play hard for the left and the right, but still feels ambitious. Mr. Evolved, I almost missed that one. Thanks for the brand new primer a little bit ago. Mr. Milky, thank you for the 3rd of a year. Back for another month of no ads and fun deck ideas. Good to have you here. Stop playing so well I want to hit Infinite before you. I mean, everybody that wanted to hit Infinite before me, I gave you a solid lead by just, like, taking a day off because I didn't want to play the feature location. Ibanan, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. safest Fisk tower you've ever seen. Two shoutouts, that's so nice to you, Jeff. Yeah, sometimes I lose track. I figure it's better to shout someone out twice than potentially miss them. Oh, is this the Lady Deathstrike combo deck? This might be the Lady Deathstrike combo deck.
Opponent snapped.
Might be getting Deathstruck in the middle. I think we're still okay even if we get Deathstruck in the middle. So I get to Ahsoka into Mystique She-Hulk. Yeah, they totally are. This deck was sweet yesterday when we played it. The question will be, can I play to beat their She-Hulk in every path? Don't know that we can. Yeah, because they get to She-Hulk plus Infinite this turn. Yeah, not having priority for the armor last turn was a big deal. Good step for the opponent there.
Escaped.
How do they get to do both? They played Electro, so they had 6 energy to pass with on turn 5. The Lady Deathstrike killed Electro. So they have 7 energy on this last turn. Doesn't Mystique plus armor win versus She-Hulk? So again, I have to be able to beat She-Hulk in every lane because one of their lanes is going to be Infinite, so I auto lose that one. So I have to be plus 10 on them in all 3 because I don't know where the Infinite and where the She-Hulk are going. So the only reasonable way to stay at the end of a game like that is if I'm beating She-Hulk in all 3 paths, which I decidedly was not. I could be plus 10 in some of the lanes that game, but not in all of them, no.
Escaped.
I will say the thing that makes climbing to Infinite relatively easy is that people just hate snapping. Like, I can't fathom having Mobius in my deck and not pressing the button when your opponent plays Zabu out. Gamers hate raising the stakes appropriately. You know what else gamers hate, chat? Adverts, but at least you don't miss gameplay on this channel when they run. We'll see you in 120 seconds. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Watch it on the YouTube side. Consider tapping the like button. We're up to almost 200 likes over there and over 260 viewers, so we can get there so more people find the button. There are 2 rows of the ladder are 1, never snap unless you're 2 to 6 and ahead. 2 is retreating for losers unless you're a bot. Ooh. Watching Jeff, I have snapped and then retreated in the same game and so much more. Yep. My #1 piece of advice for people looking to get better at Marvel Snap. If you're not retreating in games that you snap with some frequency, you're either not snapping enough, not retreating enough, or both. So much gold. Yeah, there was a Google Playpoints deal that ran at the start of the month. So I loaded up some gold from that. And then there was the Black Bolt bundle that I also purchased. I knew I would spend it eventually, so I was like, might as well get the bonus on it. You have an Android phone? Yes. You have a Samsung Z Fold 4. How is that? I really like the foldable. I don't think I'd ever go back to a standard non-foldable. The Widow's Bite into Machine World is always such an interesting gimmick to me. Because it's like, okay, you're choosing to deny me a draw, but then I get to deny you a draw back, and we could just go back and forth. And like, I'm the Darkhawk deck, so if you're not also the Darkhawk deck, this does not seem like a good exchange for you.
Oh, snap.
This is a play people frequently make into this location. I think it's one of those like, oh, you haven't really thought this through type moments. The awkward part about passing here is they're probably an Alliance deck. They play Doctor Doom here. They end up at 19 here and 16 here. 19 and 19 here, and they move Jeff. They're at 2, they're at 12 here. This ties the 19 here. And then I'm 40 to 20. So this play beats Doctor Doom. Does this play also beat Alliance? Yeah, they can only play one card. This is Electro. If they Alliance me here, I win here and I beat the Jeff here. If they Alliance me here, I beat the Jeff here or here. They probably keep Jeff right if they Doom right. That's also fine for us. Oh, Machine World gives them a card which lets them tie us here. Okay, so I don't want to play that there. Good shout. I think I stay. I think we're beating... Okay. I actually lost to the Jeff moving middle since I couldn't play the armor. Since I couldn't play the armor middle. So feels good to have them fucked up. You always prioritize Black Widow over Zabu on the second turn of the game. It depends on which matchup I'm playing, what the locations look like, what the rest of my hand looks like. It's a very contextual decision. I think a lot of people at She-Hulk drop off the radar. I get snapped a lot after skipping turn 5. Yeah, a lot of people are just like, oh, this is, what's his name? This is Infinite.
Opponent snapped.
Get Widow here. Maybe with the Hawk Draw, I'm actually not supposed to play Marvel. Is this crazy? Just like cockblock their Annihilus? And then New York gives me some flexibility, hopefully, to be able to play Hawk into Sinistral into next turn.
Oh, snap.
This also makes any rogue they might have super awkward. I guess moving armor means I could eat shit to Shang-Chi, but they don't know that I'm doing moving armor. It could be right to just give this up and keep the armor here and just jam the Hawk and call it a day. If you have to ask the question, is X behavior toxic in a public forum, you actually know that that behavior you're asking about is toxic, and you're just telling other people to brag about it. God. be a mirror. Sporadic Penguin, thank you for the 52 months. I appreciate the 4 1/3 years. Definitely a mirror. Since Toxic by Britney Spears, only acceptable time to say yes. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, let's give Dudlick a Mod Sword a shout out. We've rated them before. Our an excellent Marvel Snap content creator, looking for someone else to follow, gamers. So I actually haven't used my Aunt May's bonus yet. Which means if I play something there, it jumps to the center. So I think we actually just passed this turn. So that way, if we draw Rock Slide, we can make all the Hawks bigger. Well, they have a Ravoda, so not a... Wait, is that a random? Agreed by Moon Girl. Yes, I must be in their deck, right?
Victory.
Interesting inclusion. Post Chavez change, you chose Bounce Hawk with Chavez in it and found reasonable. Would you still use Chavez and Bounce Hawk? I haven't played any Bounce Hawk since that change, so I don't have a strong opinion on whether or not she's ideal. Again, I think that deck's really good in general, and you could replace that Chavez with a random cheap on reveal, and the deck would still be fine. It's like the TLDR. I want to aggressively fill Asteroid M here, so that way my cards don't get pulled over into it. I'm gonna snap with the Moon Girl draw. I'm gonna snap with the Moon Girl draw. Micah is not a human gamers.
Wind, aid my hand.
It's not the draw I was looking for. We're hoping for another banger to copy, but it'll do big. I like this deck of tonics. It's pretty obvious, so you should snap with a good hand. I agree with that. We were talking about that earlier, in fact. I think that's one of the big upsides to this deck is. It's very clear when you should be snapping early. This is a new bot deck. I haven't seen this one before. Black Bolt and stuff. New to me, at least. Hawk is 10. Debris giving me a little jump scare there, Micah.
Victory.
Little spooky. Hawk enablers, so Rock Slide's not a big deal. Did I go pass into Hulk here? Let's pass into Hulk. Punished. Chad, snap you into your Daredevil. Here's my place. Come and get him. I guess I didn't count. If the Professor X left, they're going to 23. My Mystique is 15, which puts us to 22. Which means Miss Marvel beats them on the left. What an excellent stay. What a good use of an second cube. Oh man. What's going on, Gilded? Thank you for the 44 months. That second part is really true too. Like I've talked about a little bit about how 2023 will probably end up being my best year financially doing content, but it was 100% my best year from like an emotional health perspective doing content too. I don't think I fully realized how much the way Wizards of the Coast treats their player base and in turn treated me specifically with regards to my content really grated on me and wore on me when I was making content for that game until I was no longer doing it. It wasn't until I was out that I was like, oh, that really was like a pretty negative experience for me overall. Gow! Thank you for the 43 months. Welcome back. Was I streaming before Snap? I streamed Magic the Gathering. Wizards of the Coast is a heck of a company. Do I want to Zabu the island to start building up that bonus? I think I want to leave myself the flexibility to Miss Marvel. Do I snap him on this draw? I'm like doing this, I'm passing on 5, and then I have like Darkhawk, She-Hulk. A lot of mirrors today. The Darkhawk, well, to be fair, well, I guess they out the Quinjet, they probably are an actual mirror. The Darkhawk Zabu deck in general is the second most popular deck after Shaw Surfer, and honestly, with the Shaw hype dying down, I kind of expect it to be the first most popular before long here. I think I'm just gonna pass. I think I'm just gonna pass. I guess I shrink their Hawk by 2. Does this beat Doctor Doom if I play it here? Because Iron Lad means they're probably playing Doctor Doom. Their Doctor Doom puts them to 8 here. I need to do this to beat Doctor Doom. Because my Hawk is 12. So I'm going to 10. And then they'd go to 8. And then this here is 10 plus 2. So I'm still going to 30 here. Make use of that. Pretty big one. Yeah, this game. Would I have won if I played the bite out? If I played the bite out, these two would have each been -2. And I would have had a Widow's Bite here that would have gotten to +1. But my She-Hulk would be -2 in the middle. So I'd ultimately would be... They'd be -4 on board. No, I think I still lose. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Mystique tends to be less common in the Iron Lad builds of Darkhawk as well. Like, obviously, that particular opponent was playing Iron Lad with Mystique, but I think on average, when you see Iron Lads, you should be less likely to play around Mystique. Iron Lad heavily implies Doom regardless of their Mystique status. Okay, it's just actually not stellar for us. I guess She-Hulk doubles there okay, but it's a deck like High Evo, for example, they're gonna wildly outpower us there. If I Zabu right, I can't Miss Marvel into the right, but I could also Zabu right and then plan to Miss Marvel into the middle. I kinda don't hate. Spicy collector here from the opponent. Is Darkhawk too powerful, or are the cards around him too powerful? Why does one of those two things need to be true? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have put the Sunspot here to play to the Moon Girl out. I don't know that I can snap them here. I don't know that we're necessarily ahead enough. What do you mean Miss Marvel, man? I mean, I can play Miss Marvel here and get her points of power into the center location. Is this crazy? Call me, baby. We're definitely limping in. I feel like they're playing it off meta deck, so I like don't know their power output range here. So I think I'm definitely staying for one. And honestly, I think I stay even if they boomer stat me, just because like the number of points we're putting into play here is so high. Yeah, we're gonna be 25 middle. We're gonna be 42 left. They get us with something really crazy, though. Okay, so they're Modocking us in the middle, then? If they have Modoc, they could have Modoc Dracula in the middle and get us here. Wait, we tie... We tie the left on the Sunspot Soak, right? Wait, did we already Sunspot Soak? Oh, does this not go to 0 on the Sunspot Soak? It still said 2 off on the left. It must have gone already. I wasn't paying attention. Sunspot had already soaked, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I had any permutations that could let that play out super different, right? Because, like, I can't put both She-Hulks in the middle because, I would have needed to have the foresight to not put Black Widow here. I guess I could have Zabu'd here and given this up. Ultimately, I didn't use that bonus too much. Could have been the line too. Maybe I should have played to being able to miss Marvel into the right. I think we're better into World Ship than the average Forge deck. True or false? True, right? Oh, they're destroy. The people saying they don't think I'm better into the average other Forge deck into World Ship. Did you not realize I had double She-Hulk guaranteed? Is that enough here, unfortunately?
Escaped.
Snap Widow into Rock Slide on London here for sure.
Victory.